So today is the 27th of Iyar, and the Tanya today is a very, very interesting Tanya. Why? Because Alter Rebbe is speaking about how the Shechina is, as the Rebbe says in the first Maimer, is Reishis HaYizgalus. It's the beginning of revelation. Obviously, the Shechina was just to be revealed. Alter Rebbe says that it would just be so much light that everything would just like dissolve in that light. Just like if you have a little candle and you put that candle inside the sun, the candle's gone. All you see is the sun. Even if you just take a candle outside during the day, it doesn't shine. Because the sunlight is so strong that the candle is like nothing. So much more so in the sun itself, the candle is nothing. So before we're speaking about how the Shechina comes down, but now he's speaking about something different, which is that there has to be kind of something that blocks this light, that it shouldn't be too intense, that it could be received. So for example, if you go outside and it's a very sunny day, you wear sunglasses. Now, these sunglasses, they basically protect you because even though the sun is very strong, because they have a little bit of a block, it makes it not as strong. The same thing is, there's this kind of kalim, there are these garments that are able to block the intensity of the Shechina. So when you receive the Shechina, it is something that you can appreciate. Now it's very interesting because we know that for a person to get to Gan Eden, it says that the food in Gan Eden is the Torah you study, and the mitzvahs are the levushim. In fact, we have here in Tzfat Alona Nava, very powerful near-death experience. When he got to Gan Eden, he said he was naked, or there was a judgment. Why? Because he didn't have mitzvahs. When he woke up out of that experience, he said that the first thing he was looking for was to do a mitzvah. It was Shabbos, and he calls his friend. His friend was a little bit more traditional. He says, "You have to come and put on tefillin with me right now." So his friend says, "But you can't put on tefillin on Shabbos." He says, "I don't understand you. My whole life you've been making me crazy to put on tefillin, and now I want to put on tefillin." Because he knew that, like all these things we study about here, as we studied about in our Maimer 2:30 class yesterday, this world is the world of, das Tachte. But that world is the world of das Elyon. And that world, everything is structured, everything is true, everything is 100%. So, in this world, you can mess around, but then you can fix it up. In that world, the way you come, it's like, imagine you come to the bank account, you want to withdraw money. So at home, you can mess around. You say, "I lost some money," your dad gives you some money. In the bank, they don't care. You put the money in, you take it out. You didn't put it in, we don't care. We don't want to hear stories. We're not interested in your stories. This is a business, we're not a charity. That's just the way it is. So there was actually a black comedian who said, "There's no such thing as a free lunch," and it's amazing how many people don't realize that. So it's like, in other words, that's part of the whole problem of kind of the, if you want to call it progressive, or people that are coming with complaints. It's like, what do you think? You think that you're born into a world that everything is just coming to you? No. The Abishah made the world. You have to work. When you work, you feel good about what you do. You don't work, you don't feel good. Simple equation. So, be that as it may, and that's actually the secret of life, is that everything good has to take effort. Without effort, you can't feel proud of what didn't take effort. If you put in effort, you can feel proud of it. The secret of life is that you have to have levushim, you have to have a way to be able to receive the divine light. And the levushim is the will of Hashem. Now, why is the will of Hashem, why is the Torah, which is the will of Hashem, the way to receive the divine light? Because an example is, let's say you have a parent. And the parent wants to put the child in the swimming pool, but the child can't swim. So the parent holds the child in the swimming pool. So it's the will of the parent that A, the child should go have the pleasure of the swim, and B, he holds him, he helps him. The same thing is because Hashem made the Shechina. What do we say? The Shechina comes from the Kodesh HaKadoshim. There's the Kodesh HaKadoshim, which is like the brain, the Chachma, and the Kesed, the Ratzon of Hashem, the desire of Hashem, and the Torah. And that goes into Malchus, which is the Kodesh HaKadoshim. So even though Malchus then becomes the Shechina, travels down and reveals godliness to, let's say, the Bria, the creations in the world of Bria, they have tremendous Torah knowledge. How can they receive this Torah knowledge and not expire? Because Hashem is holding them. Because it's the Ratzon Hashem, the Torah is the Ratzon Hashem, and the Ratzon Hashem is that the child should remain the child, and he should be able to contain it. So it's Hashem is like Hashem Mogen Havai Hashem, Hashem, because he's the source of the light, and he's the source of the container of the light, he can mix the two together. He can hold the situation together. And we know that it says that if not for Hashem, we would not be able to, only Hashem could put the soul and the body together. They're really different things. Only Hashem can mix these two things together. And that's the story of, this is the story, basically this is today's Tanya.